Do you want to learn Uralic languages with a language app, which is actually effective and useful? So, first of all, there are not many language apps for, especially smaller Uralic languages. For Finnish, Hungarian, and even Estonian, there are some options, but the problem with many language apps still is they teach words or phrases with no context, and the content might be boring and not that useful as well. Like you can see here in the example, excuse me, I am an apple. That's one example. So, what we are developing is an app where we teach question answer pairs. And you can see here an example with the Finnish from the Finnish course. And you always have a picture, the question, and the user inputs the answer in four different modes. In the question here, in the example here, you can see the right mode. You have the incomplete answer, which gives you a good hint together with the picture and the question what to type here. Shortly, I will show you an example of all the how all the four modes work. First, I have to add that we also have explanation pop-up windows. So after answering something, you might have an explanation button appearing to you, and after pressing, you can see the explanation for the question and answer word by word, like explanations why all the words are the way they are. And optionally, sometimes facts about the culture, history, and even etymology, if that's interesting and relevant to that specific question. And the idea is to cover more than 80 topics. Well, at least that's how many we have currently. And the app is in development now, so it's not published. There might be coming more topics, and here you can see a few example topics: greetings, colors, weekdays, months. And here are some more advanced topics: capitals, countries, flags, currencies, useful things to learn actually. And you see two buttons here in the topic screens: learn and review. Learn gives you always new questions, and review gives you all the ones you already know, the in their urgency order. So we have an SRS system here, and we have two difficulties: easy and hard. Easy is good for beginners or anyone learning the basics of the language. So that includes even native speakers who are still children and learning the basic concepts of their own mother tongue, like months, weekdays, telling the time, and many other things. Here you can see an example question: what day comes after Monday? And almost all the topics have both difficulties, easy and hard, but some have just easy and some just the hard difficulty. But for topics, for example, we might have this question if we choose the hard difficulty: what are the days of the weekend in Brunei? And if you know this, let me know in the comments. Also, we have some questions for this topic, like um, which day was named after Thor, the Norse god, or which day was named after the sun or the moon. So we go deep in in the topic where you learn cultural and historical things. And now I will show you the four different learning modes, and I think I will show you in Kildin Sami. So these are I have just some mock-up data for all these languages just to see how it works. So I have the Sami languages here, also other Uralic ones, but let's choose Kildin Sami, which doesn't have, I think, any almost any good resources besides some old books, maybe. So capitals and multi-option. Oh yeah, you can see only three modes here because the speak mode is not available for obvious reasons. There are no speech to text services for Kildin Sami currently, but let's try the multi-option. Also, I have used some Sami dictionaries made by I think the Norwegian government or the Sami council, or I'm not sure. So I'm not completely sure if these are correct, but remember, it's just mock-up data. Okay, so each question has a question image linked to it. You can zoom into the picture. You We don't have any audios, but if we had, we could uh, click these icons to hear the audio. And here is the question. Koht Finlandia Suomuslain. And after toggling this icon, you see the transliteration. If you cannot read Cyrillic, what is the capital of Finland? And here you can see different the different options. You can toggle to see the transliteration and then also the translation in English. And here is the incomplete answer, which gives you a hint about what is expected because there's one word missing. You can toggle this to see the incomplete answer in transliteration. And we will, of course, choose Helsinki, and it was correct. Then the next one, let me show with colors maybe. Fill in the blank. The picture, the question, good vertev. Good vertev. I'm not sure again if this is correct, but what color is the sky? But I can see similarities with Finnish if this is color. Väri in Finnish. Ver, or how to say this E, I'm not sure. I can, yeah, it sounds a bit similar. Or it looks similar. Taivas is sky, so tev is probably sky. We can get hints from the hint button. And if we click here, we get the transliterate, like hints in the Latin language. And we can use the hint button as many times as we want. So we can also type our answer with Latin or Cyrillic, but because I don't have the Cyrillic letters now, I will just go with the Latin. And here you can see, okay, this is the incomplete answer. The sin. Yeah, sounds correct. We finish it sininen, so sin sounds like it could be the answer. Anyways, whenever the app would be available for rare Sami languages or other Uralic languages, we would of course have a native translator going through all the content. And currently, everything except the Finnish English, Finnish and English content is made just Google translated, or uh, I've used some AI and what other tools? Yeah, with these Uralic languages, maybe also the available dictionaries, because AI couldn't make any good translations for many of the Sami languages, at least. And here is the unscramble mode. What color is the sky? So you have the same question as we had before everything is the same except we have to form the answer from the word blocks like this. And we can also, I forgot to show you, we can we can choose the transliterated words or their original ones, like you can see here. When I click, they are in Cyrillic and now in Latin, which I think is important if the language has a different script, and some learners really don't want to learn a new script, or at least right in the beginning they might feel a bit lazy and want to do that later. So that's okay. I've been lazy also with Chinese and Japanese, so I know the feeling. Okay, that was how the unscramble mode worked. Maybe I'll show you with, let's say, Estonian, the speak mode, because I think it's available for Estonian. Yeah, here it
Mis
is.
värvi on tivas?
Now you heard the TTS service with the robotic voice, but when the app is launched, we will have um, audios, native audios, so we wouldn't have that there. So don't pay attention to that. Okay, so you would usually hear the audio like you heard now. If you don't understand it, you can press the button I pressed here to see the question text. And now let me record the answer. So taivas on, and then we need to say the answer. It's blue, like we can see in the picture. I can say the missing word or the whole phrase. I will show you both. Sinina. You can see after recording how it uh, heard your answer. And this is, I know it's correct, but I don't want to press check because I want to show you if I say the whole phrase. Taivas on sinina. And now